Have you ever told someone your age and they looked a little surprised? You say you're 34, maybe 37, maybe even 41, and they go, "Wait, really? I thought you were younger." At first, that sounds like a compliment. They're not saying you look young in a sharp, impressive way. They're saying you look young in a way that feels a little unfinished, like you still haven't fully stepped into being a grown man. And that's the part most men never think about, because looking like a boy after 30 usually has nothing to do with your actual age. It has everything to do with the signals you send, your face, your haircut, your clothes, your posture, your overall presence. People make that judgment incredibly fast, before you say a word, before they know what you do, before they know anything about your life. Their brain instantly puts you in one of two categories, boy or man. And a lot of men are accidentally sending the wrong signals. Not because they're lazy, not because they're incapable, but because nobody ever taught them how small details change the way people perceive you. And by the way, as always, if you're looking for timeless, stylish pieces that work especially well for men over 30, I've linked some of my favorites in the video description and also tagged them in this video. My name is Amari and I help men over 30 dress better. Now, the good news is this. Once you understand the signals that make someone look mature and masculine, fixing them is actually pretty straightforward. So let's start with number one. Your face still looks too soft. A lot of men assume that getting older automatically makes their face more masculine. But that's not always true. If your lifestyle habits stay the same as they were in your early 20s, your face often stays soft. Higher body fat, poor sleep, low energy habits, weak grooming. All of that creates what some people call the soft face effect. A face without structure tends to look younger, but not in a strong way, in a boyish way. More masculine faces usually show a little more definition, a clearer jawline, more visible cheekbones, better contrast. And here's the thing, I'm actually going through this right now. I've been in a calorie deficit for a while now, tracking my intake, staying consistent, and I'm genuinely noticing the difference. I feel better, I have more energy, and yeah, my face and body are starting to look more defined. It's not dramatic yet, but it's visible, and that alone keeps me going. You don't need perfect genetics to create that look. Sometimes just getting a little leaner, improving your sleep, and cleaning up your grooming makes a huge difference. Even something as simple as well-maintained stubble can change how mature your face appears. The goal is not to hide your face. The goal is to give it structure. Number two, you still have the haircut of a college kid. This is one of the biggest giveaways. A lot of men never update their haircut. They keep the same hairstyle they had at 19. Messy fringe, overgrown sides, hair that looks random or unmaintained. And that instantly signals youth. By the way, I've had a hair transplant 3 months ago, so don't worry about that. Hair communicates maturity more than most men realize. Unstructured hair tends to feel casual and boyish, which is fine when you're 20, but after 30, it can make you look like someone you never fully transitioned into adulthood. More mature hairstyles usually add intention. A clean fade, a structured crop, a classic side part. Styles like this frame the face and add shape. They don't make you look older, they make you look intentional. And intention is one of the strongest signals of maturity. Number three, you still dress like you're 22. Another huge one is clothing. At some point after their 20s, a lot of men simply stop thinking about style. They default to what's easiest. Oversized hoodies, random graphic t-shirts, and loose jeans. Comfort becomes the priority, and comfort itself isn't the problem. The problem is that clothes communicate identity. When a man still dresses exactly like he did in college, it sends a subtle message. I never updated who I am. Mature style does not mean wearing suits every day. I hate suits. It simply means choosing clothes that fit your body and match your stage of life. Well-fitted shirts, clean jackets, neutral colors, minimal sneakers or boots. When clothes fit properly, they create shape, they frame your body, and that instantly makes a man look more capable and put together. Number 4, your posture destroys your authority. Even if everything else is good, posture alone can change how people see you. A lot of men who appear younger than they are have the same posture habits. Head pushed forward, rounded shoulders, collapsed chest. This posture communicates hesitation. It makes your body look smaller, less stable. Now compare that to a man with strong posture, chest open, shoulders relaxed, butt back, head level. He instantly looks calmer, more grounded, more capable. Posture changes your presence almost immediately because the way you carry your body is one of the strongest signals people read subconsciously. Last but not least, number 5, you have no physical presence. You don't need to become a bodybuilder, but completely ignoring strength has consequences. Strength training changes how a man's body looks and moves. It adds shape to the shoulders, definition to the chest, structure to the upper body. It improves posture and it creates presence. Even a moderate amount of muscle makes a big difference because physical strength communicates capability without saying a word. When strength is completely absent, the body often stays narrow and undefined, which can unintentionally reinforce a boyish appearance. Now let's talk about the deeper reasons some men still look like boys. There is something deeper than grooming, clothing, or posture. Something that's harder to fake. Life weight. Men who have taken responsibility, faced challenges, built things, and handled pressure often develop a different presence. They move slower, speak more calmly, react with more composure. There's a quiet certainty about them. That's why sometimes you see a 45-year-old man who looks incredibly masculine even if his style isn't perfect. His life shaped his behavior, and behavior always shows through appearance. Masculinity isn't only physical, it's also psychological. People feel that difference almost instantly. Most men think looking more masculine requires some huge transformation. In reality, it's usually a handful of simple decisions. Improve grooming, choose clothes that actually fit, stand and move with better posture, build some strength, take responsibility for your direction in life. When those elements start aligning, something interesting happens. People stop seeing you as someone who is still figuring life out and start seeing you as someone who already knows who he is. That changes how people talk to you, how they respect you, how they respond to your presence. The goal is not to look older, the goal is to look intentional, because intentional men naturally look more masculine. And by the way, if you're looking for timeless, stylish pieces that work especially well for men over 30, I've linked a few solid options in the video descriptions and tagged them in a video down below. Just simple inspiration if you're building a more mature wardrobe. And one more thing, if you feel like your style is completely stuck and you want personal guidance, I also offer one-on-one style consultation calls where we go through your wardrobe, your body type, and build a clear strategy for your look. If that sounds helpful, you can check that out as well. It's linked in the video description. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Omari. I wish you all the best. See you in the next one. Peace.